So Tony, nearing halfway, well, we're just over halfway of the competition. Thoughts on the first part of the season?
Good start, certainly a good start. But we've had some challenges in recent times, and in various ways. Some, is down to a little bit of form of some individuals, as well as some of our players carrying some knocks. And as you well know, you see some of the preparation and some of what these boys put themselves through to get out on the park, and at times you get stretched there, and sometimes you can handle that, like we did against St Helens. You made some comments to me. What you thought about the St Helens performance was.
Yeah, I'd put that down as probably the most courageous performance of my time here in 20 years. So I think what we went through, especially to the certain individuals, they were leaders in our team who pulled us through. And it was exceptional, and given the team who we played.
Yeah, and the history that we've had with that club, but you'd only say that not based on the actual.
No, not the performance. It was a good performance.
It was a good performance, but it was because of the build-up.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot more goes into a performance than just turn up on the day.
Yeah.
To not train for three days.
Yep.
Literally not train. And
not together as a group that week. But that probably told on us the next game.
Yeah, for sure.
It shows that when you train, or if you don't train, things can get rusty. And last week I didn't think our defence was all that bad. I didn't think our attack was all that good. And from either team, it was a pretty, substandard game of rugby league, really, from both teams in terms of offence and errors. It was just errors strewn. You wouldn't have expected that from 1 and 2 in the table. But it's we're as good a chance as anybody. Heading into the next part of the season, as long as we keep fit and healthy. Yeah,
it's fair to say that we're still in the right in the mix. Would you put that down then to the planning of building a bigger squad, more strength in depth? Possibly in the last couple of years where we may have lost a couple, we kind of struggled to keep that consistency.
Yeah, it's still been tested this year, as you know, at different times, but probably not for the length of time that we had to endure it last year. But definitely the size of our squad has helped. But I'll say that some of the longer term injuries have hurt us, and some key players at certain stages. But that's all part of the endurance of a Super League season. It's very hard to lead a competition all from start to finish. We led it at the start, and we'd certainly like to lead it at the finish, but along the way there's a few bumps and along the way as well.
So what would you say, without giving too much away, is our next probably immediate goals coming up?
The importance of each one that's in front of you. It's Catalans, isn't it? This week we're up against a team who's coming second in the competition. They've got the second best defence, second best attack in the competition. They're a good team. They've learned how to win away from home now. They were always tough just to beat at their place, but now they're tough to beat anywhere. So, all our focus is just on Catalans, and then then we'll change our focus to the cup and having a derby match, and doesn't get much tougher. Doesn't matter who you're playing, and those derby matches with Widnes, and they always turn up to upset us or get on top of us. So the next couple of weeks are big weeks for us.
Yeah, for sure. Widnes probably remind us of when we won it in 2009. Not doing too great in the league, but the cup can bring success. So we'd be well wary of that and make sure that we're on to make it a good game.
Yeah, agreed. Tell us a little bit about your coaching and how that's been going for the last couple of years. What's your big differences there, and what have you found enjoyable and not so?
I probably wouldn't say there's not much what I don't enjoy about it. If anything, I really enjoy the aspect.
What about the losses and some of those days when your team doesn't perform so well, and whether that be the first team or whether that be your boys. I know you had a
Yeah,
you had a tough defeat last week, didn't you? It was.
yeah. I can really, and this is trying to get through to my players, and it's probably what I've learned much of you. I can take a loss on a win. It's the underperformance what really hurts. You know, we did struggle at the weekend and through a lack of performance, and they do hurt, and it does take a day or two to get over. I always try and look back when I played. It was easy when I played to get over that because I used to more or less have a drink. Now you can't. You got to go and review games. You know, pick over it with a fine toothpick so it's ready for reviewing. And that focuses you again. And I suppose I enjoy probably a loss sometimes more than a win because you can pick up on things what you probably wouldn't pick up on from winning. So I like the challenge of each week's different. You know, being a player, as you know, you just turn up with your boots, you turn up to training, prepare and done. You know, being a coach, you've got to prepare 30 players and 6 staff. So I like that challenge.
Come up with some answers as well as, you know, some direction for your team. Sometimes your team's down as well, and you know we had it a little bit this week. We're disappointed with our performance, but you got to pick them up or you know, and sometimes kick them up the backside as well. But it's you have to refocus very quickly, don't you?
Very quickly, and you've got to make sure that you're energetic and enthusiastic and upbeat because you know you can't be morbid and sulking because it then reflects on your team. And
sure.
So it's a great way to learn different things, team management, which is, I think that's a big challenge. You know, basically everybody plays the same. It's how you get your players to play better than the other team doing it in a better way and understanding. But I think the great challenge is seeing 16-year-old kids and seeing them develop and change and become young men and then leave you at 19 and hopefully better people, if not better players.
Yeah, and maybe go on to have a healthy and fruitful career, but even if they don't have that, they leave here better people and prepared for the outside world as well. That's an important part of your role now, isn't it?
100%. If they can leave us better people and better prepared for the outside world, well, that's my job done. Whether it be playing Super League, Championship, or just going off to uni, that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's been enjoyable so far. I know you enjoy the role, and it's challenging, and each week's a new challenge in different ways. We've had some weeks, as you know, when we've had wins, and there's still been big challenges to get ready for the next week. So, every week's a challenge.
I had no grey hair actually. I was all black.